Hello student, I am your Adi sir, lecturer in physics, सुलग्ना हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल. वेलकम टू माय चैनल. स्टूडेंट, जो प्रीवियस क्लास में हम डिस्कस किए थे, जो सेकंड एप्लीकेशन ऑफ गॉस लॉ था, जो एक यूनिफॉर्मली चार्ज स्फेरिकल सेल था, उसके बेसिस पे हम एक गॉसियन सरफेस लिए थे. उसके बाहर, जो सरफेस के बाहर और सरफेस के अंदर हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकाले थे. आज जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे गॉस लॉ का थर्ड एप्लीकेशन है, जो पार्ट 3 है. उसमें हम एक प्लेन शीट लेंगे जो यूनिफॉर्मली चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा. तो उसके बेसिस पे हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालेंगे सम डिस्टेंस अवे फ्रॉम द शीट. सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द लेक्चर. सो स्टूडेंट, आज जो हम डिस्कस करेंगे गॉस लॉ का थर्ड पार्ट है, थर्ड एप्लीकेशन है, जो है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू एन थिन इन्फानाइट प्लेन शीट ऑफ चार्ज. सी, आई विल टेक ए इन्फानाइट, लेट दिस इज ए इन्फानाइट प्लेन शीट ऑफ चार्ज where positive charge is distributed uniformly. So I want to find out the electric field due to this plane sheet of charge. So I want to find out the electric field due to this plane sheet of charge. Here I have taken a Gaussian surface, Gaussian cylindrical surface. देखो, let this is a plane sheet of charge. Okay, so this pen is the cylindrical Gaussian surface. I have put the pen inside the sheet. Then it look like this. It will look like this. शीट को परपेंडिकुलर करके मैं एक गॉसियन सरफेस डाला, जिसका ये क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया है कैपिटल ए. ओके, सो आई कैन से द चार्ज थ्रो दिस ए, आई कैन से द चार्ज थ्रो दिस एरिया ए इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा ए. व्हाट इज सिग्मा? वी नो दैट surface charge density sigma equal to charge by area, or I can say charge equal to sigma into A. So the charge enclosed by this circular area A equal to sigma A. Okay, due to this charge the electric field will flow. The direction of electric field will be like this. The direction of electric field will be like this. Okay, so this is the Gaussian surface where I have to take three area. This is a circular area, this is a circular area, this is curved area, this part is curved area. So I have taken three section, one circular area, second circular area, third is curved area, curved surface area. So in the first section of the circular area, total area is A. I have taken a small area ds. Then the direction of ds is away from the volume part, so radially outward the direction of ds, but in that point the direction of ds is opposite to this ds, and here in the but here in the curved surface area part I have taken a small area ds, and the direction of electric field is, the direction of area vector is this way. So for this part, for one section, the direction of electric field is here, the direction of ds vector is here. So here angle theta, I can say this is theta 1. Theta 1 equal to 0 degree. Okay, here also the direction of electric field is in this way, the direction of ds vector is in this way. Here also I can say this. Okay, let's take its theta. This theta equal to 0 degree. Now at the curved surface area part, here the direction of surface area is radially outward, the direction of electric field is in this way. Here I will take theta equal to 90 degree. Here I have taken three part, one surface part, second surface part, and the curved part. So by taking these three area I will derive the electric field. So going to the derivation section, this is derivation. Here is the derivation section. I have written here, let a Gaussian cylindrical surface passing through the infinitely plane sheet of charge with uniform surface charge density sigma. Just discussed about the diagram. Let a Gaussian cylindrical surface passing perpendicular to the infinite plane sheet. Okay, where charge density is, uniform charge density is sigma. Now I want to find out the net flux. Net flux. Or I can write phi suffix e. The net flux equal to, I can write closed surface integral of electric field dot ds vector. But I have taken 3 sections, section 1 area, section 2 area and section 3 area. So I will divide it into 3 parts. I can write integration part 1 E dot ds vector plus integration for section 2 E dot ds vector plus integration of section 3 E dot ds vector. So I can write this equal to E ds cos 0 degree for section 1 plus integration minus E minus ds. Why minus E? Why minus ds? See, I can say if this is the direction of electric field here, this is the electric field having magnitude same but direction is opposite. This is the direction of area vector opposite to this area vector. So I have taken minus C or minus ds cos 0 degree plus integration third part E ds cos 90 degree, where I have discussed about the theta, angle theta. This angle is 0 degree, this angle is 0 degree, this angle is 90 degree. Okay, then what I will get? This part will become 0. Okay, so I can write E integration part 1 ds plus E integration part 2 ds. What is integration ds? I have taken here the small surface area ds, then total area is I have taken here A. Okay, so I can write EA plus EA, or I can write 2EA. Okay, so here I can write the net flux equal to 2EA. This is equation 1. So the net flux equal to, we have discussed 2E into A. Okay, but according to Gauss law, I can write the net flux through the Gaussian surface is equal to total charge enclosed through the surface. Here total charge enclosed I can say Q divided by epsilon naught. What is total charge enclosed? This is sigma into A. The total charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface, I can say this part. This is the area A. Okay, total charge say Q, so sigma into A. In this area the total charge equal to sigma into A. What is sigma? Sigma is the surface charge density into A divided by epsilon naught. This I can say equation 2. This is given equation 1. This is equation 2. So I can write 2EA, or I can write from 1 and 2. From 1 and equation 2 I can write 2EA equal to sigma A by epsilon naught. Then I can write E electric field equal to sigma A by 2A epsilon naught. Here A will cancel out. Then the electric field due to the plane sheet, I can say the surface charge density divided by 2 into epsilon naught. Okay, this is the electric field due to the plane sheet of charge. So I can say electric field is independent of distance r from the plane sheet. Okay, this is a constant part. Sigma is constant, surface charge density, epsilon naught is also constant, so electric field is also constant. So let's take a case. Here I have taken, if sheet contain positive charge. Positive charge means I know that this surface charge density equal to Q by A surface area. So if Q is positive, then sigma equal to positive. Then I can say sigma is greater than 0. Then electric field is uniform, normal and outward. Okay, the field line start from the plane sheet and outward. If sheet contain negative charge, then sigma less than 0. If Q is negative, then sigma will become negative. So I can say electric field is same, uniform, normal but inward. The field line, see, if this is a negative charge, I have discussed, the field line is inward. If this is a positive charge, then the field line is outward. So if the sheet contain positive charge, then field line is outward. If the sheet contain negative charge, then field line is inward. Okay, that's all about the third application. Let's start the problem of NCERT 1. Exercise 1.20. This is a very long question, but it seems like long, but its solution is very simple and easy. So let's start. A point charge causes an electric flux of this. First thing, we want to just read the question and write the given part. First we will write given section. So given first फ्लक्स दिया गया जो -1.0 इंटू 10⁻³ न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर कूलम है. अगेन ए पॉइंट चार्ज कॉज एन इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स ऑफ -1.0 इंटू 10⁻³ न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर पर कूलम टू पास थ्रू ए स्पेरिकल गॉसियन सरफेस ऑफ 10.0 सेंटीमीटर रेडियस सेंटर्ड एट द चार्ज. ओके, सो एक स्पेरिकल सरफेस है जिसका सेंटर में एक स्पेरिकल सरफेस है जिसका सेंटर में एक चार्ज है. जो रेडियस ऑफ दिस स्पेरिकल सरफेस इज गिवन 10 सेंटीमीटर और आई कैन राइट 0.1 मीटर. ओके, सो नेक्स्ट पार्ट व्हाट इट वाज आस्क्ड. इफ द रेडियस ऑफ द गॉसियन सरफेस वर डबल्ड, हाउ मच फ्लक्स विल पास थ्रू द सरफेस. सी गिवन हेयर centered at the charge means the charge situated at the center. Okay, the question is, if the radius of the Gaussian surface were doubled, how much flux will be passed through the surface. Let this charge, the Gaussian surface contains charge q giving the flux phi. This is the spherical surface of radius 0.1 meter. If this radius will be doubled, means the Gaussian surface will become like this. Okay, with the radius of 2r or 2 into 0.1 meter. See, we have discussed in the Gauss law in the note section, the total flux enclosed by the surface is due to the charge enclosed by the surface, the total charge enclosed by the closed surface. Okay, so by doubling the radius, the charge will not double, it will same. Inside the Gaussian surface, the charge will remain same. So A part, flux will remain same. Why same? As charge inside the surface or Gaussian surface is constant. Okay, then going to the next part, B section. What is the value of point charge? See, we know from Gauss law. B section, what is the value of the point charge? We know the flux is equal to Q, or here I have taken capital Q, Q by epsilon naught. Then I can say this Q equal to epsilon naught into phi. Okay, so epsilon, the value of epsilon naught is 8.85 into 10⁻⁻12 into phi is given. This is the value of phi given -1 into 10⁻³ -1 into 10⁻³. Okay, that's equal to -8.854 into 10⁻⁻19 coulomb or you can say minus 8.854. This is the value of epsilon naught into nano coulomb. Okay, so here Q equal to negative means the electric field is inward. Okay, that's it about 1.20. Here NCERT exercise 1.21. In the question given a conducting sphere of radius 10 centimeters. So what is given? So in the solution section I will write the radius of the conducting sphere, means here I have taken in the theory section radius equal to 10 centimeter, which is equal to 0.1 meter. Say this is the conducting sphere, means charge sphere. Okay, radius equal to capital R, which is given, has an unknown charge. Okay, what is the charge in the conducting sphere? We don't know. If the electric field 20 centimeter from the center of the sphere, from the see this R is given 10 centimeter. वो पूछ रहा है कि what is the electric field 20 centimeter from the center of the sphere. So I will take a sphere having radius 20 centimeter. In the sphere I want to find out the electric field. If the electric field 20 centimeter from the center of the sphere is 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per coulomb, means next given, electric field is given how much? 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 Newton per coulomb, जो conducting sphere के सेंटर से 20 सेंटीमीटर डिस्टेंस में इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दिया गया. Radially points radially outward, so definitely this charge at the center definitely positive charge, because the electric field is radially outward. The electric field points radially inward. That means this charge is negatively charged. This Q is negatively charged. What is the net charge on the sphere? Net charge on the sphere. So see, small r is also given. How much smaller? This is 20 centimeter equal to 0.2 meter. So here the case, this is the spherical shell, conducting shell, this is the Gaussian surface. So the first case in the application 2 section, here the electric field E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, the total charge enclosed, divided by the radius of the Gaussian sphere, the square. Okay, then we know 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we know 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, that is 9 into 10 to the power 9. We don't know the charge, but we know r smaller, that is 0.2 meter. So I can write 0.2 square. Then what is Q? Q equal to E into 0.2 square divided by 9 into 10 to the power 9. So we know electric field. Electric field is given 1.5 into 10 to the power 3. That is 1.5 into 10 to the power 3 into 0.04 divided by 9 into 10 to the power 9. That we will get 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 9 coulomb, or that's equal to, that implies I can write the charge enclosed by the Gaussian surface is equal to 6.67 nanocoulomb. Okay. So in the question section it was given that the field points radially inward. As the field points radially inward, initially I have told the charge inside the sphere must be negative charge. So I can write as field point radially inward, so charge is negative, that is Q equal to minus 6.67 nanocoulomb. Okay. So NCERT exercise 1.22, a uniformly charged conducting sphere of 2.4 meter diameter, means here given section I have taken d diameter equal 2.4 meter, that implies radius equal to 1.2 मीटर, जो एक conducting sphere है जिसका रेडियस है 1.2 मीटर, हैज ए surface charge density of 80 microcoulomb per meter square. Surface charge density we know sigma is equal to 80 microcoulomb, means 80 into 10 to the power minus 6 coulomb per meter square. So in section A, find the charge on the sphere. It's very easy. We know the formula of surface charge density. Surface charge density equal to the total charge divided by total surface area divided by surface area. Here surface area of sphere, here I can say the surface area is surface area of sphere. Okay, so that's I can write q by 4 pi r square, as I have taken the radius of the conducting sphere is smaller, so I can write q by 4 pi r square. This is the surface area of sphere. Okay, that implies find the charge on the sphere. So charge equal to q equal to sigma into 4 pi r square. So sigma is given, that is 80 into 10 to the power minus 6 into 4 into 3.14 into r square. R is given 1.2 square, which will get 1.45 into 10 to the power minus 3 coulomb. Okay, this is the part A. Then going to section B, what is the total electric flux? What is the total electric flux leaving the surface of the sphere? So we know the flux, total flux is equal to total charge enclosed divided by epsilon naught. So here we will put the value of charge which we got in the previous part, 1.45 into 10 to the power minus 3 divided by, we know the value of epsilon naught, that is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12, which we will get 1.6 into 10 to the power 8 Newton meter square per coulomb. If you will calculate, then you will get 1.6 into 10 to the power 8 Newton meter square per coulomb. Okay.